Hello everybody. Welcome back. Actually, I need to get moved to the other channel. Boop. Welcome to this afternoon's Factorio. I'm Samius, and we're solo. We know Witty. Witty is busy. So you may have noticed there's been a little work done on our Mega Mods Lite playthrough here. So we got a little bit of planning. We're going to plan to put regular engines and electric engines over here. We got some solar panels built with 1K solar panels. We need to figure out where we want to put those. I'm kind of thinking up here somewhere. I don't plan on really using a lot of this space a ton, so I think setting up solar panels up here will be fine. And we're slowly getting away from our starter area here. I don't want to call it a base, but our starter area. We're slowly creeping away from needing it. So, I want to get science going, right? But to get science going, we need some basic things. We need engine units. We need electric mining drills. We need advanced circuits. So I want to start with advanced circuits. Pretty much over everything right now, because right now I have two real goals that I need to kind of deal with. One, the power is fine, but we're still running everything off of our little initial power plant here, which is fine. I don't want to be wasting materials if we can help it. I did make a few. Yeah, see, stuff like this, like we still can't. I really should run up there. Where's my car? Run up there and throw a ton of iron in that basin. I don't see my car anywhere. There it is. The Factorio streamers issue. Dude, where's my car? Just anyway. Alright. So I definitely am not in love with our train system. The deeper I go, the more it was short-sighted of me to build it this way, and I don't have a good way to fix it right now. So it is totally possible and probable that we're going to get to the point where not yet. Don't give them to me yet. Wait a second. Boom. All right. Good robots. Like it. Give them to me. Oh yeah, we've actually been gone for a couple of minutes here. We do need a lot of supplies. A lot of supplies at the base. This base is actually supplying to us. As much as I want to stay away from it. I think maybe we'll start over here with solar panels actually. Like there's other than a rail to get to this, which should be easy to just like put a branch down here. Or maybe that's just close enough I can just trail it over. I don't know. Other than figuring out some sort of way to get to this side of the map, to get to, like this iron and this coal and this iron, I really am not too worried about it. We gotta make sure that we keep plenty of mats going in here. Speaking of mats in here, we got a little bit of science. Can I do aircrafts with the science we have? Probably not. I can put a dent in it though, which I'd love to be able to do. Alright, let's put a dent into aerodynamics. See how much we can get done. Got what's left of the copper. This plastic is out, so basically reds are shut down over here, which will put a limit on a lot of things. And this whole science could probably get picked up and moved anytime for red and whatever that other color of science is. Samius, you don't even know what the colors of the signs are. You're not incorrect. Okay. Do we have everything we need? We have transport belts. We have some splitters. We have some greens. Alright, I think we're good. We have some factory. Alright, yeah, I think we're good. Let's go see if we can't make some magic happen with the reds. So, I think I have one of these squares kind of like mentally allocated for reds, but don't quote me. So this one is greens. You have me, you're golden. Oh my. Oh my. Oh yeah, we already started. No, that is. This is where we're gonna have like a workshop. This is greens, right? So let's actually put a label in here for greens. Green circuits. Boop. So we don't actually have a spot allocated for reds right now then. This is plastic. Boop. This is miscellaneous. This will be engines. I don't know if I want to... How deep are we? Pretty deep. I don't want to have to kill biters if I can avoid it. So maybe down here? That should work, right? Should be fine. Vroom! So I have this one currently allocated for different. Alright, so let's grab our... Boop. I kind of wonder if we should... No, this is fine. So this tote's fine. Let's put these 50 in. Let's get our... this down. Some railroad tracks. What else do we need? Probably need some what? Power poles. Probably need these. And with that, things should pretty quickly come together. And we can grab from this corner to basically that corner and tell it to die. No station supplying copper ore found. Glance up here. Yeah, the copper ore is light. Train's coming in though, so it'll catch back up. Shouldn't be too long. Also, I found earlier today inside of mods, there's this LTN stuff down here. And I think I can stop inactivity. So that might help. I don't know. So we have a train over here that constantly thinks he's here to get... He constantly thinks he can pick up stuff from there. I don't know why. That's not a pickup station. That is a delivery only station. I don't get it. I understand. Anyway, I'm glad you guys are here. Oh, my head has been starting to bother me this afternoon. Not like it was this weekend though. Man, I'm glad that's done for now. Also, we should probably go grab another couple hundred robots, I think, for the train. Let's just grab all this. Or not the train, for the, to be able to do construction work like this. So I'm just going to drive back and go grab my... a few more construction robots. Which I don't feel like we need billions and billions, but I would like to have. sure I have a reasonable number. Nice. That'll work. So many things to get done at once. Because once we get... I think part of the engine area will also involve robot construction. I think that'll really help be able to start setting up these zones. So right now it all comes down to getting reds manufactured at a big pace. Oh yeah, so much better. 214 construction robots. Oh, did I forget to unload this wood? Alright, I did, but there's not that much in there right now. That should be okay. Really should find a good place to dump this wood at. Also, there's additional power poles in there that can come out. I'll get ran over by the trains. This is why we have to get the planes. So we don't get killed by the trains. I will just dump it in here. Assuming there's room. There you go, looks like some copper plates going in where it's supposed to. I'd like to figure out a way other than, and maybe this is just what you have to do, you have to set up like an out. Oh, see, that doesn't make any sense. So I'd like to figure out a way to basically drop off. Is this done? Nice. I knew once you get enough bodies in here, this would come together real quick. What are you doing? Oh. I must not have quite... Oh, I didn't put those things in the network. Alright. Get some lights together. Guess while you're at it, you can get rid of these few trees right here. Hey! Crussass? I'm good, how are you? Thanks for being a subscriber, man. Appreciate it. Aqua Star, welcome back. Glad to have you back from, I think, this morning. I remember you here this morning. I don't know if you've been here before this morning or not. So, for those of you who are interested, this is a campaign that I'm playing solo at the moment. I thought about having Witty join me with this morning, but this is the reason why we started a new campaign this morning instead of having Witty jump in, is because this I want built a particular way, and Witty, you know, has his own ideas, and I don't want his ideas, I want them my way. +1 like. Thanks, man. Yeah, if you're enjoying the stream, please hit the subscribe, like, all those buttons. They make a huge difference. Alright, so we're gonna... Again, I don't know why my mouse is acting so weird. Yeah, Man, why is this light blinking? Because it doesn't like that being not... I don't know, I still wish I was just better with the trains. I'm so bad with the trains. This one is a solo game because it's a mess. Maybe once I have it figured out a little bit better, and I can show you why. This whole base is set up to use the LTN network, and eventually, have the whole thing be, each little quadrant here will basically manufacture one or two things. And it's a giant mess, and I'm not even sure if I'm doing it right. And I'm afraid that if I'm doing it right, I certainly can't instruct people to do it right. Which is why I started that other playthrough with Witty, was just so he can do whatever he wants, basically. Man, I do not like these rails. I do not like them at all. But it's how I already started, so I don't know if I can do it differently. Alright, so theoretically this is my input station. I think that's as far forward as I can go. There should not be any power, so I shouldn't have to worry about anything. So, plastic, minus 10,000 plastic. I don't remember what's all in a red circuit now. No greens are involved. Copper cable, a lot of it. So let's say minus 10,000 copper cable, or copper, and then minus 10,000. That's a lot. That is a lot. Boom, baby! First delivery. Woo! You're good at rail signals, but not so good at rail systems. Man, the pair we will make someday soon. The pair we will make. Alright. So, we want to set up our... Look at... Not coal. Not coal! Why are you delivering coal here? I ain't never asked for no coal. I don't understand why it delivered coal. Unless it did it because there was, on that second, there was no power. Get out of here, train. What are you trying to get? What do you want? Tell me what you want. You want, first of all, to pause. You want copper. You're not getting copper. You're supposed to deliver me copper, not take my copper. Alright, so this train is going to stop. I'm going to grab this coal. We're going to shove it into this train. Man, I went from so happy to like annoyed in like 0 seconds. Alright. Get in the train. So what's a train station that does want coal? We can go to where the power is set up. Samius home? Alright, let's go to Samius home. Okay, this is not where I thought Samius home was. This will be my, like, manufacturing, hopefully, bit. So what do I call you? I called you coal in. Temp coal in. That's where I want to go. Plus the temp coal in. Yeah, let's go there. Delete that. Alright, so now I want you to stay here. just... Look at me, Ma. I'm a logistics bot. Yeah. I knew you could be something someday, Johnny. Okay. Now, can you please take me to... I guess this station, because that's... I'll wait until this robot makes it back. Come on, get in. Alright, let's go. 'Cause I didn't get it renamed like I should have. Woot woot! Close enough. Alright, so delete. Go to depot until inactivity, go. Now this is stuck because I don't have lights in here. So let's get some lights in here. Why don't you have any lights? Oh, you're trying to put lights down. Bloop, bloop. We might put a stop here, so let's not get away. Again, are you trying to come get coal? Or... You cannot get copper from this station. Why? Why do they try to get copper from every other station except for the station that actually supplies copper? There's no copper here. It's probably because the copper is hurting. There's a phone call from probably a spammer. Hello? Alright, so what's going on with the copper? There's plenty of copper. There's so much copper. Alright, so much there's a bunch. And it's coming in. See, I don't understand why this train is trying to get copper from here. Other than the fact that they have way more than they're supposed to have. I just don't understand this part. I just do not. Get copper from the copper. I get ran over by anything. Alright, so what are you limited to? I think it's just because there's so many... Why is this not out? Oh. Why is all this trash in here? All this trash that shouldn't be in here. Also, if there's iron in here, why does the iron not float down to here? Oh, because this is not set up anymore, or correctly. One. Wait, that's wrong. Alright, so you go into here. You go into here, you go into here, and then you go here, 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 here. And you guys all set filters. There we go. So that'll get that stuff out. Everything that's not raw copper or coal should come out. And now, let's see, if this is constantly draining out, that should be fine. That should work that way. So what are you here trying to get? Again, this is not the place for copper. This is a requester only. Alright, I'm gonna actually try putting 0 in a providing threshold. Let's see if it'll stop that. The power is fine. Hey man, entertainment's entertainment. Why the train has decided, or some of this train system has decided to be more confusing than usual, I don't know. Also, we need to get... Oh, the copper plate will eventually float out too. Okay. Thing is, it works so great for, like, almost everything. Like, this makes sense because this was just a screw-up, right? Like, this is a trash train. The train didn't get completely emptied here. So that makes sense. But that one, I don't understand... I don't understand some of these. Speaking of trash train, how do we want to clean this up? I guess the first thing we do is we take our requester blueprint. We can't quite snap that down, but and I think we want it to be this way anyway. Alright, so it's going to push everything down. So we need our decider accumulator. No, our mather, right? We need the mathers. Where'd my mather go? You don't need a thing there. I'm really tempted to do. Let's do this. Copy, paste you over there. Alright, input. Nope. Okay. And then we're also, I'm going to change this to again say 0. Provides nothing. And then this train is supposed to be manufacturing, right? Where's the iron goods? P iron goods, this should be M iron goods, right? Just like this one is M copper N. So M iron N. Alright. That should all be correct. Launch paddlers, what's up? James Bond, welcome back. Who has lives? None of us do, that's who. Alright, so you're going to be raw copper, or raw thingy, you're going to be that. And then we're just going to bleed those two things down here. hopefully they'll bleed out into the system. Okay, something's wrong. Now what did I do wrong? Oh, I see what I did wrong. Boop, boop. Don't spend too much time making a living. You forget to make use of aqua. Aqua is love. Aqua is life. Alright, so that's fixed. That's filtering out. Don't get ran over by the train. There's my car. That's going. I'm going to speed. Whoop. I'm going to speed this up very slowly because I don't have a lot of iron. Only there's more iron to be had somewhere. Anywhere. Go. Make all the iron. Well, I pooped. Faster. Faster, my minsters. Want that copper rocking down there. You're streamlining to what, 30? Alright, that shouldn't take that long. Alright, let's go ahead and supply these things out of here. I feel like we should put a limit on this too, just to make sure that they don't go crazy. So if any, we'll say everything. As long as everything is less than 10,000, you can dump stuff in here. No, give it all to me. Give it all to me. I want it all. Greedy bastards. Alright. Have a good night, Aqua. We'll see you later. Samus, do you want to sing with me? Sure. Sing a song. I'm not much of a singer. I do sing, but I'm not supposed to. Alright, so hopefully that'll fix our copper. If we just provide more copper from this station. Oh, are you there trying to get copper again? Makes me so mad. So you're going to request groups of 4,000. And you're going to provide 0. Oh my goodness. Well, even if I was, what's the problem with that? That's not a very nice way of saying that you love me. It's kind of rude, actually. That's pretty much unacceptable. So we'll put that on your warning list. It could hurt someone's feelings who actually is gay, and that's not cool. I do know Bo Burnham. He is a comedian singer. And sometimes he's even funny. It's not so much a no-no word. I don't really believe in no-no words. I just think it's not polite. And my stream is very PG because I want to make sure that everyone feels comfortable here. You can make fun of me, that's fine, but you need to do it with the correct care to not bother anybody else. Like, you're not going to hurt my feelings, but if somebody else was here having a good time and that were to bother them, I would be upset. Alright, where's the car? I know he's got a lot of edgy and catchy songs, but as far as I know, he's busy trying to make his living as an edgy, catchy comic, as opposed to someone who's just trying to be entertaining for people playing video games. Sometimes well, usually not. Doesn't quite fit the way I wanted it to, does it? That doesn't quite fit the way I envisioned either. What did two waves say to each others? Nothing, they just waves. Ah, that's funny. See, that's a good joke. I know I didn't sound very impressed, but that's an excellent dad joke. I would give you credit for that one. Like that. I'm trying to figure out exactly how I want to do this copper spools. Oh, bollocks. I mean, it's kind of like PewDiePie dropping the N-word, you know. I I don't have any problem with it personally that somebody uses that language, but I try to be cool here. I try. I usually fail, but I do try. Alright, and let's go as low as we can. There's no reason to have extra coppers hanging out, right? No. Alright, so this is going to produce, if we pretend everything is 1 second, it's going to make 2 a second, so this will make 4. It'll make 8 a second. And these things want how many? Again, if we pretend everything's a second, 4 a second. Wow, we're going to need a ton of these. This is not going to work. This is not going to keep up. Not even close. So all of my small scale designs are not going to work for this large scale plan. Then how come previously I was able to do this design? Basically. Oh, because I didn't factor in their crafting time of 6. So really it wants 2 a second. I mean, that would have held 8 machines. Yeah, it still doesn't seem like it's enough. So if we did this, is it enough? Like that, 2 to 1? But that's extra, there's leftover that way. Which is why I prefer to put them on a belt. Because this one really needs 1.5 of these, right? What if we just did a huge copper wire, like over here, like several? Let's actually go a little bit further down. How does that look? That's fine. I think this has to be quicker. Could we do... Shut your mouth, Peach. See, now you're getting into the idea. Alright, what about this? That one's not going to get covered. Right? And then we can replicate this as many times as we need. Should I just plan on having like 4 of these? So 1, 2, 3. Say 1, 2, 3, 4. Get those power poles set up, and then you guys will have power. Okay, I'll look at that in a second. Missed 2 arms on some of the machine. Oh, down here maybe? How are you not having power? It totally hooked up from there to there. Oh. There you go. Have a fit. Alright, what do we need? We need more belts, so we need more arms.
A word from right now, George?
No. Apparently, the truck is not... The parts are not back in yet. They're hoping they'll be in tomorrow. And it'll take them an afternoon to put them together once they have the parts. So they get them tomorrow morning, they should be done tomorrow afternoon.
Well, Remy failed to put in gas, so I guess I gotta go put in gas. Well, he finally figured out the right thing to do, which is not put in a PIN number, because apparently he thought the PIN number was the last 4 digits of the card number.
Okay.
And we tried that when that didn't work. And so I texted him, I told him to run his credit card. But then it asked for the zip code. So then he's like, ah, forget it. I'm like, Remy, the zip code. I'm not sure about the zip code. I'm not dealing with anything that says zip code. I'm like, you don't know what the zip code is? He goes, well, I think it's 67401. I'm like, yeah, it is. Like, you could have just put that in and got gas. So the other thing you can do is just go up to the gas attendant, pay for the gas ahead of time, and then put it in the car.
Kid's a special panda.
I mean, he probably wouldn't have known what to gas, so I'm like, you could just do $20. Doesn't even matter. It's like, you gotta have to learn this stuff. Hopefully you didn't lock up your debit card.
It's fine. Sure, it'll be fine.
I'm like, he should have known what the PIN was because he took your card to...
Right.
They never use it, I don't think, but I told them then what it was. Shut your mouth, Beach.
Yep.
Anyway, I guess I'm going to Dylan's then.
Okay. If you're out, then you go to this inn someplace. Don't forget tortillas.
I'm probably gonna go in.
Okay, tortillas, please. Are you guys gonna get a chicken for dinner?
No. I don't
Okay.
want chicken. Brahms does a buy one get one free. On
Okay.
Tuesdays.
Okay.
If I can't find something.
Man, I wish the one place would put their other wings back on sale because I liked them.
Right? But it's a nasty bone.
I'm done with boneless shenanigans.
Thursday I have a oils class at 5 o'clock. So probably not cooking, and I'm not really sure what you want to do. Probably just run and grab something real quick, like a Subway sandwich or something.
It's fine. We'll figure it out.
Okay, and tomorrow hopefully I'm gonna make meatballs.
Okay.
And spaghetti.
Okay.
Cheese stuffed meatballs. And I'll get you some tortillas.
I can just have like a
And then
meatball sandwich.
and you can have a meatball sandwich if you want. Yes.
Sounds good.
If you want something to go with it, you tell me what it is.
No, that's probably fine.
Okay.
Okay, so let's think about this.
Alright, see you later.
Toodles. So if this line is our red, or is our bollocks, whatever this thing is called. Let's do it closer. If this line is whatever that stuff is, then I need plastic and greens, right? And what's the ratio on those? 2 and 2. Okay, so this could have its own. God. This is where I miss Bob's inserters. Actually, let's... If I did that the opposite way, would that work out better? It'd be neater, right? Then what? We're having 2 outside? But does that line up right here? Oh, it does, doesn't it? Woo! Happy miracles! Right? Yeah? What in tarnation? Sucker and succotash. And odds are we're going to need... Of course that doesn't quite fit, does it? Actually, you won't need anything for that one. Nope, that's not the right. Right? that all miracle into everything the way it's supposed to do? So I got to get 4 lines of copper out here, which is easy. Just make all these copper. Ew. Okay. Not gonna be consistent, at least look good. That might mess me up. Okay. Problem is, this is set up for the other direction. So we'll wire it out the other way. It doesn't work that way though. Alright, so this will be in the negative side, this will be the positive side, and instead of this going here, this will go there. Okay, so that's rolling. Now we need 4 mixed lines of greens and plastic. The easiest way to do that would be now, if I flipped you into these and sped you up, right? That's not terrible. Then I could do the same thing in here. But this does get terrible. Because of this one. So what if I just... Oh, I hate this. I hate everything about this. Oh god, this is worse than that time that Hitler sneezed and tried to get a glass of juice and didn't. And also this one's too far. But the rest of these are okay, right? Yeah, the rest of these are fine. So can I... if you have a fast here and a fast here, and then 2 longs. What are you, little poles? Little poles won't reach. It's got to be big poles. I'm trying to figure out how to do this without having to scoot all this over one. I want this pole to go here and here, but I don't want to have to like rework all of this, and I want this to stay in a line. I guess I can just put a... I'll just do this. There we go. That'll work. Before I copy and start pasting this, I need exits. Except we're gonna eliminate that. We're currently using the tiny mod list as well, or the tiny mod Lite list. Alright, so if we copy from here to down here, we eliminate this guy. We may have to do some patchwork. Go, my minions! Fly! Where are my trains? Oh, I guess they can't deliver 4,000 yet, so they're fine still. Everybody out. Alright. This needs a little bit of love. This will need a little bit of love. Alright, we're gonna need a metric ton of arms. We can make a bunch, so we will. We're already out of assembly machine 2s. Not Bob's, not Angels. There should be a folder in there called Mod Lite, right above the shoe list, and that's what we're using in this. Then I can put the outstation over here for reds. And then what, if we need to, we really can't, the way this is currently set up, we can't go one higher, but we could shift some things around and go one higher, I think. I guess, though, we already have it set up to go up here. Not the end of the world. Alright, things want. Oh, good. You delivered my Oh, no, there's still more blues. Is that everything you guys could possibly have to deliver? So I'm going to go back to the other base and go... Alright. So we need a bunch of all sorts of things. I don't think the car is full right now, right? No, the car is not full. No, I'm thinking I'm going to do a long stream on Wednesday. Or Thursday night for sure. I have to stay up late for Friday night and Saturday. I have overnights to work on Friday and Saturday. So at least Thursday I'll probably be up really late. Wednesday I'll probably try staying up late also. Come here. Just let me click it. Let's just throw a bunch of this in there. I'll take all that stuff. You're obviously trying to come to me. They don't quite have enough oomph to deliver over there to me and make it back. I'm gonna top this off. Top this guy off. I want all of those. And all of those. You guys got plenty of greens in you now, right? You are a little light on greens. That is true, Samius bot. I am, in fact, powered by users like them. Oh, that's good. A few extra. I'm going to grab whatever's up to these, and... I'm gonna make what, a bunch of all those I can get away with. And the robots are gonna lose their shite trying to bring me things. No, here they come. That's gotta be the scariest thing in real life. Like this massive wall of drones bearing down on you. Just crazy. Hey man, all I know is Samius bot has got a mind of his own. I do the best I can to keep him under control, but he does what he wants. Yeah, we need to get another copper train in the system, I think. This is not where we parked our car. This is where we parked our car. Alright, so how... Grab this. We can cover quite a bit with a robo port here and another one over here. Go, 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 go. You need a bunch of long arm inserters. I don't know. Some of us are not perfect like you, and we need help. Why? Go get in there. Thought I already did that. Alright. A little bit of touch-up work here and there. Mostly on red belts, it looks like. Looks like all the yellow belts are fine. Perfect. Alright, since we are going to manufacture... Ooh. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to get any more in here. I don't think these are keeping up. You're perfect. I can't see that far. My hours aren't so good. I'm old now. Old and filled with pain and suffering. Alright. We can funnel my bottleneck dots. Oh, excuse me. Okay. I'm gonna say that looks alright. Where's my car? Alright, I think we'll go ahead and put the out. What do you guys think? Do we put the out over here on the west? Or do we put it on the north? Yeah, that's something I need to also get. If you find a good lighted pole mod that you like, tweet it at me. What's the server name for this? I'm not hosting this one as multiplayer. That was Witty's game earlier. And I didn't set this one up for multiplayer. Which is ironic, because if I knew you were available this evening, I would have set this one up to be that. Because you, although you won't do what I want, at least you'll pretend. What? Do we have a bunch of accidental iron somewhere? Really? None? You won't like it, but you'll do what I want. Yeah. Take. I'm gonna actually pick this up and scoot this one over one. Just to keep that running. Oh, are you on your Discord? I could start my Discord. Fix it. Fix what? Shut it down and restart the game as multiplayer so you could join. Perhaps in a moment. Perhaps in a moment. I want to at least finish this station. I don't want to put that stuff up on the stream. Take a, like when the wife comes home, I can take a dinner break and then we can totes do that. All right, output 4,000. Request 0. All right, we're out of these. It's weird. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half. Hang on, I'm logging into the shoe store. Not any of this shoe store stuff. Not even here. No, I can host it. I think we got it fixed, Widdy and I, this morning. Like, we ran just fine this morning, so... I said after lunch, or after dinner, I can look at doing that. Alright, you to there. You there. You to there. Yeah, I'd actually would love to have some people that would kind of follow my instructions when it comes to this. So a lot of this is insane. And just time-consuming repetitive stuff. Woo, woo, woo. Lighted pole plus general F. Okay, so you linked it somewhere. Hang on. Let me get the Discord up. That's what you did. You put it in general F. I see it now. Alright. Open. Oh, I guess it... Oh, it did it. Alright, never mind. Alright, I will... We can add that one. How's that? Oh, there he is. Hey, shoe man. You silly shoeman. Alright, so how are we doing with red manufacturing now? Is everything at least running? All the dots except for this one is green. Why is this one not green? Because you're missing a long arm. Oh, a couple of you are still green. Or red, I mean. Because of long arms, I assume. So we don't need this very, very last spot. So why is this one full and this one is not? And this one doesn't even go all the way over. Sure. Wife wants to know if I'm ready to eat. Woot, woot, woot. Alright, so we're out of copper. Copper train! Apparently I'm muted and deafened. Alright, just a second. Hey! Yeah, it's me.
Hey.
Hello. The wife is picking up dinner, so I have to respawn. Now what is wrong with my trains? They are all stuck over here. Why are they all stuck over there?
Stuck up train.
They're probably all trying to get that 0 materials from the other train spot. Sure, sounds good. Okay. Yeah, I've been meaning to find a good lighted pole mod that I like, and I just hadn't found one. So.
Yeah, that one works pretty well. You make a pole, you make a light, and then you put them together to make a light pole.
Yeah,
Very simple.
every time I think about it, I space it out too. I think that's part of my problem. You know what I mean? Like, when I go to look at mods, I get overwhelmed by the sheer number of mods, and then...
Yeah, I get it.
And I'm just like, oh... Alright, so can you go wherever you want to go from here? You should be able to.
Yeah, I noticed your screen is lagging behind again. Not as bad as the other time, but it's still a few minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Weird. I didn't have any stream issues earlier. But I imagine YouTube is picking up now, you know what I mean? YouTube and Cox and the various servers.
So when my clock hits 5:22, I'm going to message. And we'll see exactly how long it is.
But yeah, there's a lot of this that I could use some shoe work on. You know?
You could.
Well, like, I don't love this train grid. And I wish I would have went ahead and found the bigger 4x4 train grid where, like, the outside is for long distance traveling, and then the inside is to exit. So you like off, you know, to make stops. But then I found this one and I thought, oh man, these little grids, that'd be great. And then I can set them up to, like, there's a lot of really cool things I can do with these little grids, these train grids. But at the same time, there's a whole bunch of stuff that just has caused me no end of problems because I've done these train grids. Like, doing these stations like this, they're okay. But then there's no place for, like, the second train to go. Because it's...
Short.
I should have done shorter trains. Like, if I did 1x2s instead of 2x2s, it would have been fine. But at the time, I remember thinking, man, there's going to be so many trains with so much stuff. I want them to be able to carry more. And that was just
so it's
dumb.
about a minute and 10 seconds. About a 70-second delay.
That's not the worst.
Not the 10-minute delay it was last time. I noticed it was taking a long time to get my messages.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's... So, iron is backed up, steel is backed up. Copper's working on getting its act together. There's a bunch of copper in here. So why is... Oh, I don't have a radar down here. Really my car too. It's not... I left it over there. Yeah, I actually was... When we started talking with Whitty this morning about playing Factorio, at first I wanted him to play this campaign with me, but then I realized that he would just be completely lost. So I thought, oh, I better wait.
Is it his, like, completely first time playing?
No, he played basically the base game with me a couple of times, but not all the way through, and it's been like 6 months or so since he's played. If that soon.
It doesn't need to start with no, it's okay to become mods at him.
Right.
That's all I was wondering.
Yeah, and he was doing okay. I think he was starting to really get into it, but I felt like his family was home and I needed a break because, you know, I hadn't eaten anything yet that day, so it had been like 14 hours since I consumed any edibles, and I was ready to consume some. So, yeah, here in a few minutes, the wife will be home. I'll take a short break. Shu and I can get things transgressed over. Then we can really rock into some hardcore Factorio. Like, I kind of would love for you to do that thing that you do with your trains.
Which thing is that?
Well, you do that dummy train system thing that's like a smart dummy train system.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would love for you to do that for copper in my dummy train system.
Okay.
There's coal in my red... Yeah, I don't understand. Sometimes it tries to deliver coal. It's just trash. It'll go away in a minute. But like, so all the dummy train side is for raw materials, right? Just to kind of do a quick overview. So this area up here is all dummy trains. But I don't have enough copper coming in. And we're kind of doing this complicated stuff to transfer copper over into the LTN networks. And petroleum into the LTN networks. So I would love it if you could go like set up more copper stuff so I don't have to worry about the copper being gone all the time.
Are you doing at mine smelting or on base smelting somewhere?
So I have two. Okay, so in the base is where the smelting is occurring. Okay, so probably in another 13 seconds you're going to get to see the map. And basically the idea is that all the raw materials gets bussed down into a dummy station that I think I've got them all called like dummy depots or something, or dumb depots. Deep storage 1. And then all the raw materials gets filtered over and transferred into a smart LTN train network. And I hoped that you could have 2 LTN train networks on the same map as long as they didn't touch. They would figure each other out, but that's not true. So to have 2 different train networks, you have to have one stupid one and one smart one, or set the LTN network up with 2 different sized trains. Well, I had already gotten this deep into it before I figured out that I could use 2 different sized trains. So instead, I just set them up with timers.
How could you not be able to have two LTN networks? I haven't really played with
If
LTN
there's,
at all,
if
so
there's,
I don't know how they communicate.
yeah, I don't either really. Because you,
They communicate through a green or red wire?
no,
So it's like a logistics thing.
it is like a logistic thing, right? And you use a green wire to connect to a special spot on the LTN train stop to tell the train network how much you have in their chests, and then you use a constant accumulator and set it up to that same spot to tell your trains how much you want, and then it kind of processes them just like you would like a robot request. So it's very confusing to me. I love it. I really like it when it works, but I wish I would have done a couple things different. One, I think I would have rather had 1x2 trains for the LTN network, and then I would have liked having, I could have continued to do the LTN network, but also had a series of like 2 to 4 trains for raw ores. And then it all could have been on one train network. And this way only raw ores could accept, or only raw train requests could go on the 2x4s, and then all the other requests can be set for 1x3s.
I'll have to play with it.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a way to do it.
Like I said, I'm sure you would like it, but see, like you can have encoded locomotive positions, and then you can also go encoded trains. So you could say like only 1x2 trains can deliver here, right at this stop, or pick up from here, and you can do the same thing on the other side. Where's the next big supply of off copper? That's a good question. We have a big one over here, which is a ways away, but I cleaned it out, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. There's a littler one up here, but there's like copper is not something we have a million. Well, we do have millions of, but not like millions and millions of. It's a little bit down here. And ideally, my hope was to try to keep raw resources up to the top of the map, and then try to keep the actual base expanding to the west.
Are you doing all electric smelting, or are you doing...
Right now it's all coal smelting. So I'll zoom down here and show you the smelting columns, which again you'll probably get to see in a little bit. But the LTN trains bring in coal and raw copper. I think like roughly like 40,000 copper, 10,000 coal, right? And they bring them in, puts them together, smelts in two giant ass columns, brings them back down, buffers 30,000 in each of these chests, and another 40,000 in this for copper.
Alright, so I'm just seeing your 2.2 million copper, and I see a coal right next. I would do it as a
Right, you've been doing those.
at the mine right there.
Yeah, you've been doing that. I didn't want to do that because again, I want to have it where on demand, all that kind of stuff, you know.
Both pieces of what you need to do it are right there. I would do it there and then ship plates.
Right.
There's
See,
no other use for copper, so.
well, yes.
It's not a resource for anything else for copper ore. I mean,
Correct.
iron ore, yes, you use it for concrete as well. I can see maybe shipping that.
Well, and that's, again, this smelting system will cover, I think, all the smelting I need for forever. And then if we look down a little bit, or to the east, basically we have the exact same design set up for iron and steel, and then room for 2 more iron. So I can just glue them right there, right in, if we get to that demand. So, like I said, I like the way those are working. It's working really nicely. I just the way that we're currently getting the copper in, because it does overlap, is like part of the train is set for copper and part of the train is set for coal. And it looks like a lot of the copper is actually done, so I guess I can start by just going over there and fixing it. But now that we have reds coming in, do we have at least... Alright, good. We should have a red train going over to the science in a second. If we haven't already.
I see what you've done with your trains.
Right? This way there can be a dummy system for the copper. And then later, if I do put a mod in or something that says, hey, give me raw copper, then I can just hit it. Or if I say, okay, I want my concrete, I can just say, okay, give me all the concrete. And I thought I had these set up where they could fit another one in the middle. Is that correct? Technically, yes. Okay.
I'm just looking at your rail grid.
My mess?
Yeah. I was being gentle.
I appreciate it. Not have to hold back on my account. You can use real words and feelings.
Holy shit, I'm a shingle.
Yeah. I don't necessarily disagree with that sentiment. Alright, I see a comment. I will look at it in 1 second here. After dinner, you should get technical on and call the episode Dumbing It Up. Well, that is the plan, actually. Now that technical and I've spoken, is to technical come on and hopefully fix a couple of things that I didn't want to screw with, basically. I'm going to get him over here on raw resource duty to start with, and then hopefully promote him to fix the overall train network duty. Because he's much better at the train stuff than I am. Like signaling and some of that stuff. I think long term I feel like I've got a good plan. I just, some of the, I'm going to be kind of punny here, some of the technical details sometimes are a pain in the ass. Just like technical.
True.
So, alright, hopefully that'll get our copper sorted. Let's go ahead and speed this part up.
You have warehouses too, that's pretty cool. What's the biggest warehouse? Storage warehouse?
Yeah, which I don't have yet because I haven't got that science running.
Get it.
Well, all that stuff's going to have to wait until we get the science up and running. Which is what I've been working on.
What the heck?
What the heck? That's just how it is, man.
That mining is atrocious.
Good. Fix it.
Pack all those miners together. Put some, active provider chests in there.
Oh, we don't have active provider stuff yet either. Are you?
All right, so put some yellow storage chests in there, bottom.
Yeah, we don't have any requesters either. Still, I don't understand why you trying to get copper out of this base. No, there's no copper here. No copper for you. Again, I know it's just because there's so much extra copper right here that it wants it. It thinks it can have it, but it can't. I'm going to unhook this copper over here. Maybe that'll help. No. Stop trying to get my copper from here. Go get copper from a copper place. Bring over the damn reds. No. No. Get. Here we go. We're actually going to deliver from the right place. I mean, the name is still wrong, but at least to the right place. Let's drive over here. Let's get this name changed. The green is lovingly called what right now? M Green Science. That would be... No, that's not the green. Circuits. Green circuits are called M Greens in. Manufacturing reds in. Yeah, this copper's not keeping up. So why am I not getting my greens delivered here? 9,000 green. Oh, my LTN train network is not here. That probably would be the answer to the problem, wouldn't it? Alright, manufactured reds, comma out. Is that how I did? No, processed. Alright. Should see a train delivery for reds. Boom, baby. Creating reds out to M Science. 5,000 advanced circuits. Perfect. And copper's flooding back in. We have at least one copper train. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to get? Nothing. Get out of here. Kick you. I kick you. Get out. Alright, excellent. Reds are working. That means we should hopefully have... Oh, it sounds like the wife is home. Looks like we hopefully should have some reds over here any second. Which means when we come back, I'm going to be working on engines to get science running. I'm going to have to figure out where we want to put miners in this mess. Because we're going to need miners. And it looks like we're going to... Why are you not loading? Is there not physically room in here because of this something? All this extra iron that's not supposed to be in here? No, come back! Come back! Why are you guys open? Because you're supposed to be a red... Not supposed to be a red wire. That finally makes sense why that was emptying so fast now. Alright. That should give us a little bit of room. So you're trying to even out 40,000 iron. Yeah, look at that. I have so much iron in places I can't even get it all. Good to know. The middle copper wire is not working. Okay, over there. Let's take a look. Ah, the first ones aren't. This is what you're trying to... That in the red, silly. Oh, you're right there too. Man. People are catching my boo-boos for days. I will... Never mind. Thank you.
Yep.
I don't understand how my pattern was set up. Was I doing inside for some reason? Why are not all the insides wired the same? Whatever. I don't care. Just work.
I don't care. Later.
Nope.
That's right here.
I'll fix it. I just don't understand why the pattern... Okay. So this one, I guess I just... There we go. That's better. Okay. So now with that are all the... everything working. There we go. Oh, it's alright. This one's still red. Means I got a boo-boo. Yeah, I think when I first started replicating this pattern, I had not had everything plugged in correctly. Excellent. Now that it's running, everything is green. Except for this one. Why are you not green? You're still missing 2 long arm inserters, which I can't help. Because I don't have any iron. That's what I said, and you'll fix one thing. I'm glad you're here. Keep me on my toes. Also, before I forget, I need a radar dish in this one, I believe. Alright, is everybody red now? Or everybody green? The car's trying super hard to crash into that building. And succeeded. I lost a car earlier. I got hit by a train. Alright, so what's our current advanced circuit manufacturing is 500-ish a minute, give or take. Woefully slow. But now, if I want, I could shove everything over a few spaces and add a few more now that I know that this was actually going to keep up as long as it's got copper. So, alright, short break and for dinner and getting technical on, and we will get this party started. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace!